tradition that our meetings began with the reception offered by mayor of the city. It used to be like that in Barcelona, in Riga, also in Freiburg and in Hamburg, and it will be as well, it is as well here. And I would like to thank very much to the Mayoress of Warsaw, Hanna Gronkiewicz-Waltz, to prepare this reception for us.
Good evening. I'm very happy that I could welcome you, that I can welcome you here in this building, which is not maybe the City Hall, but it belongs to the City Hall. Unfortunately, our City Hall was destroyed during the war and never rebuilt. But this is a special place for us, and in the heart of the old town. And I would like to welcome very warmly those who are for the first time in Warsaw, and those guests who are for the second and who are already many times in Warsaw. I hope that your staying and your conference will be fruitful and successful, and I hope that you will feel well. So please feel like at home.
Elfa is an organization of European law faculties. It was founded in 1995 by Professor Veni Standel at the University at Louvain. At that time, the organization joined only 80 faculties. At the moment, we have more than 200 faculties in our organization, and our ambition is to have this number even bigger, because altogether we have around 400 law faculties in Europe. But we, at the moment, joined group 200 of them, and we meet every year on our annual meetings of Elfa. We organize the conferences, and conference in Warsaw is devoted to the problems of governance, the problems of financing, and the problems of autonomy of the universities. It was not always like that, because generally our conferences in the past were devoted to the problems of teaching law, but at the present situation of the financial crisis and the reform of higher education, which has to be done in many of the European countries, we think that it's important to discuss just those problems, not the problems of teaching, because the Bologna process has already successfully been completed in many of European countries, and as well in Poland as well. But still we have a lot of countries where it's not completed, and for example, we have here the representatives from Macedonia, from Skopje, and they do represent the organization SALS. It is an organization of Southeast European law faculties, and in those faculties, such faculties of Croatia, Serbia, Montenegro, Macedonia, and also in Albania, and they are also in this organization. The Bologna process is not yet implemented, so they will also have the possibility to present their problems at our meeting, and we will try to help them by consulting, by sending our ECT experts to help them in implementing Bologna system. But generally, our meeting is devoted to the problems of autonomy, governance, and financing higher education in Poland. I would like also to say that we have decided this year, first time in our history, to organize also scientific panels, and they are panels from civil law. It's the panel called Towards the European Contract Law. Then we have the second panel also connected with civil law, with the contracts, e-contracts. We have also a panel devoted to the human rights. It's called the Human Rights After Lisbon Treaty. And the fourth panel is devoted to international arrest warrant that is connected with penal law. Because we have decided, we have the idea that we don't have to forget we are academic teachers and we have to say something also in science, not only about the problems of teaching law. It's worth to be a member of Elfa from many reasons, but one reason is that we are the forum of exchanging the ideas, we are the forum of meeting peoples, and this is the strong part of this, because the people meet at our conferences, at our meetings, and they make to know each other, and many contacts between our universities. The European university just comes out from the personal knowledge one person to another. So it's a great idea to make the Europe united. And those faculties who are not in our organization don't have these opportunities. So it's better to be in the group, because when we are in the group, we are much stronger, we can act better. We make every year the resolution of at our annual conference, and we send it to European Commission and to ministries of education or higher education. It depends how they call. In many countries they call different, but we show our opinion also to the governmental bodies and to European Union. And Barroso from time to time sends us also greetings and greets the conference, because he knew we do exist. That's important.
I would like to welcome all participants of the European Law Faculty Association who decided to have this conference in Poland, in Warsaw. It's for the first time in the history of this association when the participants, the deans of the faculties of law, arrived to Warsaw. I hope that you will have occasion not only to sit and participate in the conference, but that you will have occasion as well to visit Warsaw, to do at least small sightseeing, and I hope that you will come back to Warsaw one day.
Good evening. It's a great honor for our Warsaw Faculty of Law and Administration to host for the first time the annual meeting of Elfa, of European Law Faculties Association, which is an organization without decisive competences, but it is an important platform of exchange of opinions of the deans of law faculties of the whole Europe. So it's the first time that we host such meeting in Warsaw, and we are very proud of this possibility.
the behalf of Elfa Warsaw, but also on the behalf of the University of Warsaw and Faculty of Law and Administration. Our faculty has recently celebrated been a century. It is therefore older than university itself. It was created during the Napoleonic era to provide legal education for administration for just created Duchy of Warsaw. Numerous distinguished scientists and politicians have been graduates or members of our faculty in the past 200 years. In their company, we find President, the late Lech Kaczynski, who graduated our faculty, Prime Ministers, Włodzimierz Cimoszewicz, and also President of some other country, the President of Israel, was also our student before the war. And we have also among us, and we used to have many ministers and many state officials. Among our alumni, we have the great creators of culture. Among them, the most eminent was the Nobel Prize winner, Czesław Miłosz, poet. Inaugurating the conference, I would like to salute the distinguished guests who honor us with their presence. I would like first to welcome Minister Piotr Klus, Under Secretary of State in the Ministry of Justice of Poland. I would like also to welcome representatives of the University, Professor Tadeusz Tomaszewski, Vice Rector of the University, who is well known by many of us because he used to attend the Elfa conferences many times, starting from Riga in 2000 up to 2005. It was a period where he used to be a dean of our faculty and he take active part in every one of Elfa meetings. I would also welcome warmly the Dean of our faculty, Professor Krzysztof Roczka. And now I would like to ask Vice Rector, Professor Tadeusz Tomaszewski, to bid you a welcome address. Please, Tadeusz, take the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it is my great honor and great pleasure to welcome you at the University of Warsaw. The topic of the conference is New Challenges for Law Faculties, Governance, Autonomy, Finance. As Professor Pecer stated in the 2010 newsletter informing us on the topic of the conference, we will consider the real problems arising from the functioning of law faculties, our independence, or as he said, dependence, as well as social and financial status and perspectives of higher education in Europe. I would like to wish you all a fruitful conference, hoping that the sessions and discussions that you are allowed to participate in will have positive practical implications for the benefit of legal education in Europe and beyond. Wishing you a nice stay in Warsaw and warmer weather. Welcome to the University of Warsaw.
Now I would like to ask to take the floor Dean of our faculty, Professor Krzysztof Roczka.
Mr. President, Rector, Minister, distinguished guests, Deans of European law faculties. On behalf of the Faculty of Law and Administration of the University of Warsaw, it's my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome you to the opening of Elfa Annual Conference in Warsaw. Governance, autonomy, and finances. It is one of great importance during times of global crisis. Just today, we may experience some cuts against science financing. Today, also facing crucial changes to the global governance. Those factors challenge the law faculty to provide education and research, not failing behind the future. That is crucial point of our discussions today and activities forward. I wish us a great time. I hope you will enjoy time spent in Warsaw. Thank you very much.
I would like to ask to bid the welcome to the conference Minister Piotr Klus, the Secretary of State from the Ministry of Justice of Poland.
Należy się Państwu
Państwu teraz odrobina języka polskiego.
Now, after hearing the previous speech in the English language, we have to listen also to our traditional Polish language for a while.
Szanowni Państwo, korzystając z okazji spotkania w tak zacnym i szerokim gronie dziekanów Wydziałów Prawa z wielu krajów europejskich, czyli gronie profesjonalistów, chciałbym podziękować za zaproszenie do udziału w tej konferencji.
Welcoming the deans from law faculties all over Europe and great honorable professors from all around Europe, I would like to welcome you very warmly to our conference.
Niezmienny pozostaje fakt, że edukacja jest i powinna być największą inwestycją w przyszłość młodych ludzi.
Nevertheless, the education should be the most important part when it comes to the future of the new generation.
Wszyscy tu obecni tworzymy lub uczestniczymy w procesie edukacji prawniczej. Oprócz tego, że jestem teraz wiceministrem sprawiedliwości, jestem również sędzią, ale też wykładowcą na jednej z uczelni prawniczych.
All of us, as we gathered here, we do participate in creation of law. I myself, besides being the vice minister, am also a judge and an academic teacher.
Doroczna konferencja dziekanów Wydziału Prawa to bardzo dobra okazja i najlepsze forum do dokonywania ocen i podsumowań działalności Wydziałów Prawa, Uniwersytetów Europejskich, jak również okazja do wytyczenia sobie nowych celów.
The annual conference is a great opportunity to evaluate the faculties of law all over Europe. Also, it's a great opportunity to set new guidelines for the future.
Życzę więc wszystkim Państwu bardzo owocnych obrad, bardzo dobrych wniosków, które będą się przekładać nie tylko na wnioski de lege lata, ale również na de lege ferenda.
So I wish you a fruitful conference, that you'll come to fruitful conclusions, not only de lege lata, but also de lege ferenda.
Dziękuję jeszcze raz.
Thank you very much once again.
And I would like to ask to take the floor Professor Anne-Claire Pellissier from University of Strasbourg, Vice Rector of University of Strasbourg, the member of our board. He will present to us paper Autonomy and Governance of Universities, General Approach.
What does autonomy really mean in practice? So beyond the traditional function of teaching, research and innovation, universities are expected to fulfill new roles and tasks and respond to new challenges in an increasingly complex and global environment. The European University Association, for example, strongly believes that increasing institutional autonomy is key to enabling universities to respond to these new demands. The European Universities Prague Declaration in 2009 reaffirms the crucial role of autonomy as a success factor for European universities in the next decade. As well, the European Commission and a significant number of European governments have recognized the need of university autonomy. So this law supposed as well a financial effort of the states, a budget of 5 million euros over 5 years, and it rendered necessary the signature of a 4-year contract between the universities and the ministry. This contract becoming in fact a tool of shared leadership. And it is in this framework of this contract that the global amount of financial support of the state is established. Second point, financial autonomy. General approach first, and then, sorry, the French example again.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The President of European Law Faculties Association, dear colleagues, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Elfa Annual Conference, New Challenges for Law Faculties. So, my presentations, I would like to stress to the 3 topics of my presentations about new challenges of the law faculties. First of all, I want to stress my view about the autonomy, because we discussed today about autonomy of the higher education institutions, universities, law faculties. Secondly, I present briefly about educational reform in Lithuania, because last year we start and very fast start big discussions among academics from university, from politicians about Lithuania educational reform. And lately I showed the example how our university, or International School of Law and Business, because we are private university, how we work and how you see the experience in the private education area. Thank you very much.
Good day to everyone. Indeed, my name is Olga Sendecka, and currently I'm occupying the position of treasurer in the International Board of the European Law Students Association, which is quite fortunate, and I think we can find a lot of ways of cooperation. And what I would like to talk about is autonomy of non-governmental organizations from law faculties, political parties, and governmental organizations as law faculties. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olga, and I also want to thank very much for the presentation we have.
Okay. At the moment, he is the most important person at the Hall. Please big smile.
Okay, I will give you a sign. Wait a minute, please. We'll just take some test pictures. Okay, next one will be picture. Okay. Thank you very much.
Delivered by Professor Carsten Schmidt from the Bucerius Law School of Hamburg. New challenges for law faculty, the view of the private school. Please take it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Dear colleagues, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, let me first express my gratitude for being invited to present some ideas on this conference. I understand that as a privilege. It was exactly 1 year ago that I was, for the first time on this campus, there was the 10th anniversary of the Polish-German law school managed by the faculty here. And I gave a very academic speech about the actual tasks of law and the legal profession under the financial crisis. Well, my contribution to the Elfa conference in Warsaw will be the view of a private law school on the general topic, new challenges for law faculties. To give you an idea why this view could be of some interest for you, let me start by providing a broad overview of the German law faculties in general, Bucerius Law School in particular, and my personal experience as the dean or president of Bucerius Law School. This will be very short, be afraid. As you may know, legal education in Germany is governed both by federal law and state law, ruling that nobody is allowed to practice in the legal profession without having passed 2 state exams.
To take a floor, Professor Hubert Izdebski from Warsaw University to deliver paper Autonomic Governance and University Economy, Polish Experience. Please tell us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the increasingly rapid pace of social, economic, political, cultural, scientific and technological change in our societies has in recent decades led to unprecedented upheavals in higher education. In all parts of the world, there has been an explosion in the number of students in higher education and in the number and type of institutions devoted to education itself on one hand and to research on the other. This dual explosion has resulted in a vertiginous rise not only in the financial but also in the social costs of this level of education for society and for the state.
Now we'd like to ask Dr. Weronika Efremova to say us some words about CELS. It is Southeast European Law Faculties Association Network.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear ladies and gentlemen, at the very beginning I would like to express our gratefulness to Elfa Management Board and the President giving us opportunity to promote the Southeast European Law School Network. Very sensitive issue, the financing and how the network will be sustainable. First of all, the founding members and all future regular members of CELS will have financial contribution within the network, having in mind that the Center for Management and Coordination of the network will be financed out by its members, so the whole management of the network and its coordination will be done by this center, which will have seat in Macedonia, attached to the University of Skopje. Then the second financing source at the initial stage will be the German government and the so-called Deutsche Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit, so that is the German Agency for International Cooperation, which in the last couple of years had really good cooperation with the law faculties in the region, and this is one of the ways how to make sustainable structure for the future when the financing of other donors will phase out. What was one of the tendencies for the law faculties in the region was to build a capacity and a structure at the faculties themselves to be capable and eligible to apply for EU-funded programs. This is very important, having in mind that it's very complicated to design and to write one project we share, for an example, for Tempus or Erasmus program, which is missing at these faculties, and therefore by this network we will train capacity at each law school for the future through the network to be eligible and fully prepared to apply for these funded programs.
Thank you very much, Anna, for this introduction. I think we are going here to discuss a topic which is not only extremely important for the legal future of Europe, but also for education, and it's of relevance for education. And it's a very good choice of the organizers of the conference to decide to have such discussion on European contract law. We can always refer to this example of the United States, where it's not American common law, but at the American universities, very often we are confronted with American law in the sense which has incredible function of the unification of the legal system. And what we are really discussing here, and I think it's also not only about the future of the different European concepts and ideas, but of course they became a chance to be really successful in the future if here in all such organizations like Elfa or other groups of the law schools in Europe would really maintain to introduce sort of European teaching. And we are very far from this model. We have somewhere classes on English of European private law, we have some part of it only, but it's not really a coherent concept of education. And this is probably the most important obstacle for the future, for functioning of that.
Frederick spoke about other possibilities, but mostly focus on the idea of a European contract law. Maybe we have to consider whether European contract law will work without a broader framework. Professor Reisky will give his paper on this topic.
Thank you, Chairman. Well, after such an extremely interesting and extensive presentation of a number of topics of our discussion, I may limit my observations to very few remarks, starting by a general observation. We all agree that the progressive Europeanization of patrimonial private law is of vital importance for the development of the process of European economic integration. It results from the very essence of European common market that intra-community private patrimonial relations should be regulated by harmonized rules. The problem is how to do it, in what order. Shall we start, as the Commission and the majority of participants in this discussion propose, by contract law only, or perhaps we should support a broader approach to the problem of harmonization of certain rules of private law, which is indispensable for a harmonious development of European integration.
In favor to Manuel to be a president of the organization. Thank you. Who is against? Nobody. Who sustained? Nobody. Thank you very much. Now, who is in favor to elect first vice president, Rainer Schulze, as the first vice president of Elfa? Thank you very much. Who is against it? Who is in favor? So, congratulations. Do we have another candidate for the member of the board? Please, tell us, what is your candidate? Do you have any other candidate to be a member of the board? So we have only one candidate at the moment to be a member of the board. It is Vera Kalvodova.
So, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, let me firstly shortly introduce myself. My name is Vera Kalvodova. I'm from Faculty of Law, Masaryk University, Brno, Czech Republic. I've been working there since November 1990, that means more than 20 years. At present, I'm Associate Professor in Criminal Law, Vice Dean responsible for Research and International Affairs, Advisor of the Department of Criminal Law.
So we have the results of the ballot. Manuel Bermejo, 39 in favor and 1 abstention. Vera Kalvodova, same, 39 in favor and 1 abstention. So. And now, ending our annual general meeting, we want to give to representatives of the representatives of universities, certificates and also gifts we have from my university's Medal of Honor of 200 years of my university. There are also scarves for the women and ties for the men. So, yes, please.
First of all, I want to thank the Assembly for the election, but the most important thing now is representing the board. I would like to thank our present president, Jacek Pesser, for his contribution to ELFA during the past years, and especially in the last one, with all the working done with the organization of this excellent annual conference. For that reason, we want to give him a little present with our affection and with our best wishes for his personal and academic future from now on. Thank you.
So now I would like to thank you very much. We close the meeting for today, but we are in 2 hours back at Hotel Jan III Sobieski for our gala dinner. So be prepared and have a good trip. Dear friends, welcome on our gala dinner in Warsaw. I hope you will remember this. At first, I have to tell a joke. What is the European heaven? The European heaven is to be invited for the gala dinner, welcomed by the English, Frenchmen make a cook, Italian is serving, and all is organized by Germans. And what is the European Union hell? You are invited for the gala dinner. The French is welcoming you. English is preparing the cook. German is serving, but don't be worried, everything is organized by the Italians. So, today all is organized by the Poles. I want to welcome you warmly at our annual General Meeting Gala Dinner, and I would like to ask you to take a place at the tables. I wish you really have a good fun here, and I invite you to take a place at the tables because we can to start our gala dinner. Okay, thank you for the attention.
Dobry wieczór Państwu. Chcielibyśmy bardzo Państwa gorąco przywitać w imieniu zespołu muzycznego. Życzymy Państwu miłego wieczoru i zapraszamy gorąco do tańca. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome all the guests on the party. Enjoy your evening and our performers, of course. And remember, the dance floor is open for you.
I would like to invite everyone to be a member of European Law Faculties Association. It's really to us to be with us. Thank you.